The STEM Society.
What's poppin', people? My name is Cole Jackson. This is the STEM Society. Welcome back. I got a few things on the docket today. We will be recapping the verses between YG and Game. That's coming up later on in the episode. Right now, somebody's trying to burn the music business down. Burn it to the ground. There has been a lot of hacks on YouTube for major artists who have a lot of unreleased music. I'm going to go step by step of what's been going on, and then we're going to try to figure out who or why someone is doing this. Starting with Saturday. On Saturday, there was an interview that popped up. It was an old Kendrick Lamar interview that was presented as new. It was him sitting down with Howard Stern. I clicked on it to see what was going on with that. So it was an interview back from 2017 when he released Damn, and there's no rhyme or reason why it came out as new. I thought it was just a mistake on Howard Stern's page. Maybe they just didn't know, or, maybe somebody just got it wrong. Who knows? The moderators fuck up sometimes. So I didn't think nothing of it on Saturday. But when you fast forward to Sunday, that's when all hell broke loose. On Kendrick Lamar's page, his full version of the prayer, which was supposed to be on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, was fully released with some random cover art, random thumbnail. That shit was weird. Now, a lot of people in the comments thought that Kendrick decided to release the song. I'm going to be honest with you. I knew that this shit was not good because it sounded strange. When you hit play and when you listen to it, that is the original version. Like the minute count, it's 6 minutes long. So that is the version of the song. It was cleaned up and it sounded like somebody mixed it differently. It just had this feel like somebody had been messing with it. So I don't know if the hackers wanted to clean up the production and give it to the rest of the world, but it stayed on Kendrick Lamar's page. It still might be on his page right now. But it was odd that they would just randomly put that out. So if you fast forward a few minutes later, I'm scrolling through my timeline and I see Not Like Us pop up, but it's on Drake's page. I can't make this shit up. The hacker made sure he put Not Like Us on Drake's page. Now, I don't know if it's still there or not as of this recording, but when I seen it, it was there. It was crazy. I couldn't believe that happened. So when I seen that, I'm like, oh, somebody's trying to take revenge out on Drake. That was my automatic first thought. I thought it was a overexcited Kendrick Lamar fan who just wanted to show, give us some unreleased music from Kendrick and make Drake look stupid. That was my initial thoughts. And I think, anybody in their right mind would have thought the same thing. Until you get to Kanye West's page. Now, Kanye West had a leak on his page as well from the same hackers. They decided to release songs like Money to Burn, See Me Again, and Mama's Boyfriend. All of those are older songs from Kanye, on top of, I think, several more. I think the Heil Hitler song is one of those songs as well. So they ended up putting out a lot of unreleased music on his page as well. By that moment, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why aren't anybody stopping this shit? And how can we get this shit? Who's doing this? At that point, there was no Discord, there was no name, there was no nothing. You just had a lot of stuff popping up. Fast forward a few minutes later, Playboi Carti's page got hacked. Playboi Carti has the most leaks out of everybody. For some strange reason, the hacker decided to release any and every unreleased song that Playboi Carti has on his page. And I still don't know why. But that's when I found out about the Discord. Now, for a lot of people who have been keeping up with this hacker, the Discord is IMXX. I looked up everything I possibly could on what that could mean. I found nothing. Not one thing about it. So IMXX has been doing a lot of hacks on a lot of different people's YouTube pages. He's hit up Frank Ocean. Apparently Tyler, the Creator, has gotten hit up as well. I haven't seen his page yet. But right now, those are the artists that he's gotten to, or they've gotten to. I automatically just said, hey, this person's trying to prove a point and trying to make sure the music industry knows that it's not hard for them to get at them. That was my initial thoughts at first. And then you start looking at different things on social media and seeing how people are starting to spotlight. I know Twitter's been going crazy here recently about these hacks and what's been going on. So I took it upon myself to say, fuck it, and go to the Discord. So I joined the Discord that he had been posting, or they had been posting. When I went to this Discord, I seen them post every time they were trending on Twitter, which says they are paying attention to everybody. Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't want my channel to get hacked, or I don't want anything to happen to my stuff. But currently, they have been keeping up with everything that people have been talking about when it comes to these hacks. And they've also said that they are going to hit up Travis Scott next. So we may be getting a lot of unreleased Travis Scott music. There's no other really rhyme or reason in that Discord of why or how they're getting all of this music and what they're doing to hack. All they're doing is proving that it's easy to hack a lot of these people's YouTube pages. When I pull back the lens and I look at all of this, I'm very torn. Because there's one side of me that's actually giddy about listening to a lot of this unreleased music. I have always been one of those people that have been happy about leaks, and I'm from the SoundCloud era where everything used to leak all the time. So when a good leak come out, man, I would sit down and listen to it and be like, why didn't he drop this or why didn't he drop that? And I don't know if the intent of the hacker is to get us excited about music again, but clearly, a lot of this stuff is not necessarily the true version of what a lot of these artists wanted to put out there, because there are a few AI songs mixed in with these leaks. So then I look at it from the other side as an artist. If I was an artist, I wouldn't want a hacker to be dropping unreleased music on my YouTube page just for shits and gigs. Like, there's reasons why a lot of these artists didn't put a lot of this stuff out there. Like, I feel like Kendrick Lamar wasn't ready to put the prayer out there because maybe it was too deep or maybe it was too much for a lot of us to handle. It wasn't a part of the vision, clearly, because he didn't put it on the album. I can understand Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti has so much music. I don't think all of the music that got leaked is real because some of that shit don't sound all the way finished. You get what I'm saying? People like Tyler, the Creator, who got hit. I don't know what music leaked of his yet, but I'm pretty sure that it wasn't his vision when it got leaked. I'm pretty sure it wasn't what he really wanted to get put out there for the whole world to hear. So it's like I empathize with the artist because there's reasons why shit is stuck in the hard drive. Not because of some vanity shit, just because maybe the shit ain't cooked or it ain't ready or it's not what they wanted to put out there. Kanye West is got so much music in the tuck. It's ridiculous. So I'm just really torn about what's going on with this shit. I don't know the motives. I really wish I did know the motives. Apparently, the person who is doing the hacking is going to drop a video saying how easy it was for them to do it. And maybe they'll even give us a reason why they did it. But at this point in time, nobody stepped forward to say anything. Nobody's really spoke out. So, and a lot of this music hasn't gotten taken down yet as of this recording. I'm recording this Monday morning. So I don't know what's going to happen after this. But I do want to know what you guys think, how y'all feel about this. Do you guys think it's okay for hackers to leak unreleased music on these people's YouTube page? Do you think it's okay for hackers to do any of this stuff? And how do you feel about the hackers having a Discord celebrating the victories of them trending on social media? I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Let me know down below. Let's move on to the verses that happened this weekend between Game and YG. For a lot of you guys who've been following the show for a while, you already know how I feel about verses. I'm not a big fan. I don't watch verses when it comes out. But when somebody tells me that YG and Game are doing a verses together and they're celebrating the West Coast, I'm definitely going to be there because I'm a Bay Area boy. I want to see what these niggas from the West is talking about and how they going to show out for the rest of the world. So, of course, I was there. I was going back and forth in the group chat about different things. I really enjoyed this. I had fun with this, mainly because of the Game. Let me explain. The Game was there to just have a good time. This nigga was not worried about playlists. He wasn't worried about battling nobody. He was worried about getting drunk. Now, for a lot of y'all who watch this Versus, you seen him turn that Don Julio up. And when that moment happened, I knew it was over with. I knew it was done. I knew this nigga was not taking this shit seriously. Because it was early in the Verses. I love the fact that YG showed everybody that he can hang with a lot of different people. YG has a ton of anthems. If you were from outside of LA, you don't realize that or you don't know that. You have to be tapped into his music to know this nigga gets down when it comes to LA. He is a LA staple. So I like the fact that the rest of the world got to hear what people from California or from LA already know. This nigga is valid. He valid. Nobody's touching him when it comes to that. And you could tell by how when he played his songs, the crowd went crazy. And I think YG put a lot more thought into his playlist than the Game did. Again, I think the Game just came to have a good time. He didn't come here to battle and try to win nothing. He wanted to celebrate this whole thing. I was saying the whole night, this is his version of the pop out because he had his set there. He had YG, somebody who he respected there, and it was in California. You couldn't ask for nothing better than that. Plus, what better way to celebrate yourself than to have a whole stage full of Bloods? Now, that was one part of the show that I was like, Apple is not ever going to do this in the hood ever again. Or they never going to have niggas have their whole sets on stage. It was so many Bloods on that fucking stage. I felt like I was getting jumped in. I'm not going to hold you. I felt like I was jumped in on the set. I felt like them niggas welcomed me in with open arms. It was crazy. But at least they were controllable. I think it was a few instances here and there where it looks like niggas was getting into it. They was trying to squab. But other than that, when Game was like, clear the stage, homies, they back, cleared the stage out, did everything they were supposed to do. So I thought that was cool. What else? Drunk Game is one of the funniest niggas in the world because he told us everything. Like his feelings about how the world is and Nipsey dying and appreciate it. And we found out where he was from, his block, 50 million times. He is a really open drunk. And you have to appreciate a nigga who's willing to put his emotions out there when he's completely fucked up off of Don Julio and Azul and whatever else he drunk that night because he was drinking everything. That was a fun part of the Verses as well. I know he was a drunk mess. I remember watching him on the his post Versus interview and he was gone. So that was entertaining as well. One thing that I didn't like about the Verses as well is the crowd being muted. So throughout the whole thing, I was like, where's the crowd at? Why aren't they really like loud? And I found out that the crowd is muted throughout the whole Verses so we can hear the music better. I feel like that's cool, but the crowd is one of the main things that we want to hear when it comes to a Verses. Like I want to hear people rapping the verses or rapping the lines to people's songs. Like when YG, I could look at the screen and tell by the actions that people was really feeling YG's music. And just everybody was fucking with YG. And you could look at the screen and tell when Game was playing his music, that was kind of like, I know this song, but I'm not really fucking with this song. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us hear what the crowd got to say, man. Like, I want to hear how niggas was going crazy when songs dropped. I know that the Game and Drake are supposed to be cool, but come on, man. I really don't think that he should have played 100. I don't think that was cool, especially in that setting, but I get it. You know, you're going to show love to the people who fuck with you and all kinds of shit. I was looking for the Game to actually throw a shot at Kendrick Lamar, but he never did, which was smart because I think if he would have threw a shot at him, that whole situation, people would have booed him out the building. So it was smart that he didn't do that. What else? I got notes, man. I think the last thing that I enjoyed the most about the Verses was they did pay tribute to Nipsey. I like the fact that they just let a whole 2-3 songs, maybe it was 3 songs, 4 songs play where they just was celebrating Nipsey. I think that was like dope as fuck. I really enjoyed the fact that they took time out to celebrate that man's life because he meant so much to both of them. He meant so much to LA. Great moment. Another great moment. Overall, man, I thought it was a fun time. I really felt like the game was gonna catch a case when the women got up there. When them Latino women came up there and he started humping one of them, I was like, oh, this nigga going to jail. He going straight to jail, nigga. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. You going straight to jail. But he didn't. He made it through. Everything was everything. This is one of the few verses that I actually enjoyed and I actually sat through the whole thing. I really wish it was a little bit shorter because by the end of it, everybody was fucked up. Nobody knew what they were saying, and it was just a drunk mess at that point. But overall, I had a good time. This was the first verses I've watched in full in a long time. I enjoyed it. Will I be going back to another verses? Probably not, because at the end of the day, man, this is just rollout material. At the end of the day, people are rolling out their albums, their tours, and I don't really feel like Verzuz was built for that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that the streams used to go up back in the day when they started doing this, but like now using it as a machine to roll out your shit, I don't know. It just feels kind of nasty to me, man. It's taken away from what we originally wanted Verzuz to be, which is who has the better catalog, who got the best 20, who got the best 20 songs. And, you know, using this as a vehicle to be able to get your new music out there, it just don't feel authentic to me no more. I really wish Swiss and Timbaland would figure out some way or something different to make this better than what it is. Because right now, man, you can really tell that people want to push their product and they want to make sure that y'all know the new album is coming out and all this other shit. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be going to another Verzuz. I don't think I'll be watching another Verzuz anytime soon. Did you guys have a good time? Did you enjoy the game versus YG? Whatever you think, tell me in the comments. I want to see it, read it, understand it. Now, before I go, I have a Cole's Corner. 38 Spesh against the field. That's where everybody is labeling this as. Here recently, 38 Spesh had an interview on Bag Fuel where he said that he out-rapped Jada on a song, right? No harm, no foul. He's just saying, yo, I'm a better rapper than he is. Jadakiss got on his podcast and he disputed that. It's been verbal warfare between these two for the last month, maybe 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, right? So during this whole thing, there was a song that came out called The Aroma Smell with Fat Joe and Jadakiss where they took a shot at 38 Spesh. Now, throughout all of this verbal back and forth about who's better rapper, so on and so forth, Jim Jones popped up out of nowhere and just started saying shit as well. Like, everybody's been jumping on 38 Spesh for speaking his mind and just letting people know they don't get down like he gets down when it comes to this microphone. And it's just been a beef ever since. So they've been going back and forth. After the Aroma Smell song dropped, 38 Spesh popped up on Bag Fuel to air out his grievances on why would they sit up there and try to take shots at him. And then we get the song called Fool's Mate, where he takes shots at Jim Jones, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, Stove God. Everybody's getting it in this song. So once you hear that, you're thinking, okay, these niggas is really keeping it on wax. It's not really going to go past that. Until the other night.
Hold up, yo, Jim, I got a bone to pick. That's some whole shit worried about how another nigga clothes fit. With your house on the foreclosed list. You lost your crib in 06, and this nigga still homesick. What I really don't get, you wanna be a street nigga so bad that you got Alpo old bitch, but Poe says she don't blow dick. Poe says she don't blow dick. Man, this nigga talking like a boss, but ain't giving out no jobs. Nigga, you can't even go home and get a blow job. Before you made cash off rap, what was your job? Jim Story faker than the one Fat Joe robbed. And your broad face type valid, without that body work, that bitch would be shaped like Khaled. Better replace them steaks for some late night salads. No matter how much you hate, you can't take my talent. You fucking with a real man with steel hands. I took kilograms and build brands. Got a flow that could fill stands. And the only reason Kiss eating, cause he Fat Joe, little mans. Since y'all went and got that hook from Stove Dog, I just might go in the back and hook Stove Dog. Kiss, you'll never be your own boss. And only a bitch ass nigga record phone calls. Trust.
That was a freestyle from 38 Spesh, and he took the gloves off. He was speaking on Jim Jones' lady. He was speaking on Fat Joe's lady. He was speaking on Jada's whole situation. It's nasty out here. You want to know something, though? I fucking love it. I know we're not supposed to be advocating for people to talk about people's families or, you know, the rules of hip hop when wife and children aren't they off the table, so on and so forth. Fuck that. These are OG niggas who can really fucking spit. Now, I listened to the Fool's Mate song that 38 Spesh put out, and even though the rapping is there, the song is not very good. I don't know what he was thinking when he decided to put it on that beat. I really wish he would have went back to the drawing board and actually, you know what I'm saying, like locked in and gave us like a really great diss track. But 38 Spesh has been going up against these niggas for the past few months. And I got to be honest with you, I'm rooting for 38 Spesh. I want him to prove to everybody that he's one of the best. Now, for people who don't listen to 38 Spesh, they don't understand what type of lyricist he is or what kind of rapper he is. That nigga is something serious. Now, is he better than Kiss? Maybe. For a person like me who listens to that kind of rap, I'm just saying, 38 Spesh is like, he not no slouch. I will tell you that right now. He ain't no slouch when it comes to this rap game. I love Jada. I think Jada is one of the best rappers ever. But 38 Spesh, that nigga is something serious. So I just love the fact that the OGs are out here active. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get dirty. I already know Jim Jones is going to come with a reply because he has a better catalog than 90% of New York. And who knows what Jada and Joe are going to put together after this Summer Jam situation. I don't know. I just want to hear what it's going to sound like. I love it when the OGs get at it. They active right now. How do you feel about it? Do you think 38 Spesh is going up against the field? Is he going to lose? Do you even listen to 38 Spesh? If you don't, you really need to. Let me know how y'all feeling about this OG battle right now. Look, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Thank you for joining me for another episode. If you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, pay me in a like, pay me in a comment, but support me with a subscription. Grow my platform as big as the sun. I will catch you guys later on this week with another episode. Make sure you take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out.
She is kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.